You're watching Football Daily, and here's this week's biggest transfer news and headlines. We've asked you guys to keep an eye out for any transfer rumours and to tweet them in. So if you'd like to be involved next week, follow us on Twitter and hit us up with the hashtag TransferTalk to me at Zach Jellab or the Football Daily account. We start in North London with Arsenal, where the Mirror are claiming that winger Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain is wanted by Manchester City, Chelsea and now Liverpool. £25 million is apparently what the 23-year-old could cost, but the relationship between the two clubs is rumoured to still be on edge after the whole Luis Suarez fiasco. Chamberlain only has 1 year left on his contract, and talks about an extension have not gone anywhere. But one thing I want to know, Alex, who's your barber? We take a short drive over to West London, where Antonio Conte seems to be having a summer clear-out that will include some big-name players. First up is Bertrand Traoré, who has joined Lyon for £8.8 million. But has a buyback clause of just £16 million, proving that they've learned from their mistakes with Romelu Lukaku's contract at Everton and KDB's at Wolfsburg. There is also interest in Dutch defender Nathan Ake, who looks set for a move away from the bridge for a steep £20 million. With Bournemouth and Southampton both interested, yep, you guessed it, there's a buyback clause in there too. One man who won't have a buyback clause is Nemanja Matic, whose potential move to Manchester United has continued to rumble on towards completion. The Guardian claimed the 28-year-old will cost the Red Devils £40 million with a £155k a week contract, and that Chelsea are simply waiting on the completion of Tiémoué Bakayoko before allowing Matic to move. The deal will almost definitely be completed before the 9th of July, when United go to the US for pre-season, but I want to know whether you guys would rather have Bakayoko or Matic. Vote in the poll now to decide. Over to Spain now, where Eurosport are claiming that Zlatan Ibrahimovic could make a return to La Liga. Atletico Madrid are the club that are keen, as Diego Simeone hopes that the striker could have a similar impact to Christian Vieri. On paper, it seems like a match made in heaven. After all, Atletico Madrid have a transfer ban until January, and Ibra looks like his return from injury could coincide with that month. The 35-year-old could sign a pre-contract with the side, as the big Swede is left without a club after being let go by Man United. But would this be Ibra's last club before he retires? Let us know in the poll above. We head back to England now, where the Metro and the Daily Mail are both claiming that Ousmane Dembele is in Manchester to speak with board members about a potential move. They even go on to say that he's had a one-to-one with Pep Guardiola in a restaurant, but I'm calling absolute bullshit. It was only last week these two very same papers claimed he had agreed a deal with Barca. Couple this with the fact that Michael Zorc, Dortmund's director, has said that he will play for us next season, and if clubs do not contact Dortmund, we will initiate proceedings with FIFA. So even if it's true, City could end up doing a Liverpool here. Next up, the man who makes me proud to be Algerian, and get this, Riyad Mahrez seems to have decided his future, and I'm sorry Leicester fans, it ain't good news. Marca, so take this as you will, report that the 26-year-old has grown tired of pursuing a move to Barcelona, and is considering a 4-year deal from Arsenal. The Gunners did try to sign him last season, however he signed a new contract with the Foxes instead, and with Arsenal still interested in Mbappe, Lamar and Lacazette, will they even need him? Let us know in the comments below. Just before we head over to our next transfer story, make sure you get your questions in for our Sunday Q&A in the comments now, using the hashtag SundayVibes. Or you're much more likely to be featured if you send a video question to our Facebook page, The Football Daily. There's a link on screen now and in the description. To my favourite story this week, where Goal.com claimed that ex-Spurs midfielder Paulinho, who is currently raking in the dollar in China, had created some interest from, wait for it, Barcelona. The fee being spoken about for the 29-year-old is £40 million, and to his credit, the Brazilian has been in fantastic form for his national team and club side in China. Goal report that Paulinho is their backup option if Barca fail in their bid to sign PSG's Marco Verratti, but it's hardly a like-for-like player. Marco is one of the best midfielders in the world, and Paulinho was rejected by Tottenham. It's back! It's bullshit rumour of the week time, and well done to the Express who take home the trophy after claiming that Arsenal and Manchester City are about to do one of the rarest sights in football, a swap deal. The supposed players are Sergio Aguero and Alexis Sanchez, and this story is based almost entirely around the Chilean saying he enjoyed his time under Pep Guardiola. But let's be honest here, when was the last time a swap deal was completed? Especially one involving Sergio Aguero and Alexis Sanchez. It's not happening. And finally, according to AS, Pepe is closing in on one of his final destinations, having spent a decade at Real Madrid. Juventus and Besiktas were reportedly interested, but it seems that rather surprisingly, PSG have come out on top. The Portuguese defender's contract is up at the end of the week, and he's asking for €5 million a year from PSG. If Unai Emery does pull off the signing though, it could well mean a possible move for Marquinhos, alerting United, Chelsea and Barcelona in the process.
So we hope you enjoyed that, and if you want to check out more of our videos, then click here on screen. Don't forget to like and subscribe and get on our Snapchat and our Twitter.